Hey, what's up, all my fantasy football friends out there? Welcome to the Multiple First channel. Today, we're going to bring to you our fifth in a segment of videos in real-time Dynasty Slow Draft Breakdown. This is Tony and Greg here coming to you with what is the conclusion of the veteran portion of our draft board. How are you feeling today, Mr. Raptor?
Oh, it's good to be all done with the veteran portion of this draft and moving on to the rookies. Rookies are always exciting.
Yeah, so when we last left you guys, we had just taken Van Jefferson at the 13.3 here, and we're just going to kind of review what the last few picks we made were. A quick note is, as you see on the bottom here, um, we made the last few rounds we made multiple picks. We made a trade to just kind of fill out our roster because we were down a bunch of picks, but we ended up having to cut a lot of these guys from the last three rounds. There's a settings wrinkle in Sleeper where if you do a vet draft with a taxi turned on, you're just going to draft guys you ultimately have to cut anyway. So, friendly reminder to all of you new players out there: if you want to do a vet rookie split, make sure you have taxi turned off for the veteran portion of that, and you can always turn it back on after your rookie draft concludes. But first pick we made was first corner. We take Trey Sermon and Dante Foreman at the 14-15 area. Why do you like those guys, Greg?
Well, as you can see, we're here with Trey Sermon, who I think has an outside shot to end up falling into the job there. They obviously liked him when they drafted him. Then we took Foreman, who is the handcuff to an injury-prone starter who has had handcuffs be valuable the last two seasons. And then the next time through, it's Sony Michel, who is part of a muddy backfield in Miami. It's super easy for me to see, Chase Edmonds picks up a thing, and all of a sudden you're getting clarified starts for 3-4 weeks from Sony Michel. Darrell Williams, he's the newly signed backup in Arizona. Outstanding pass blockers. This is a guy who's going to be on the field. Finished as the running back, I think 22 last year. So he was an RB2 as a backup for much of the season. He's a guy coaches have proven they like. And then Matt Breida, who cuffs our own Saquon Barkley. And so you can see the strategy there is we went thin at running back in the high rounds because running back is a position where you can hit big late with some of these injury away guys if they get the right injury, but also where value doesn't last long. So if you're taking a long-term build and you're trading down and getting multiple firsts, you're likely to be thin. You're likely to want to build thin at running back, and you've got to fill that out with guys like this in rounds like this. And then we took a few shots at wide receiver, Jawan Jennings, Darius Slayton, James Prochet, some guys we like for value, who have some chance to get out of a muddy situation with some playing time. We cuffed our quarterback in Case Keenum, and I know you had us on Ricky Seals-Jones too. So we ended up getting a lot of depth out of these picks. What did you think of how we did, Tony?
Yeah, I really like it. I like the way we turned out here. We handcuffed our most important people, which were Josh Allen and Saquon Barkley. So we got their backups directly, and that's just such a. Me and Greg are both on this big proponents of cuff your important pieces. Dedicate a roster spot to that backup quarterback or that backup running back. Who is going to step into a major role if that key portion of your offense, shuts down. If I'm a Lamar Jackson owner, I'm making a point to own Tyler Huntley. I'll take him a round or so above his ADP just because you have to have that security in Dynasty. It's so key. Um, but
And certain
yeah,
players are key because we prioritize Case Keenum because we think Case Keenum is a viable quarterback to start on a good off. Like he's a good backup quarterback. So if you're needing to start him in a pinch, you're happy to start Case Keenum over your running back 5.
yes,
Um,
he'll be
and
fantasy relevant if he does
if he's
get the
playing,
job. Yeah,
and
yeah.
The same thing for Matt Breda. We are both confident that he is the backup there.
Yeah, pretty highly confident. If Saquon were to, take what has become his regular, amount of games missed, then Breda, should make some real noise. Player I really liked picking up was Darius Slayton in the 21st round. We already have Galladay, so it's kind of that handcuff thing in mind as well. And I just think Slayton's a talented player with interesting upside and just a very unsettled wide receiver room in New York. Really, four or five guys all competing for a lot of playing time, a lot of targets. And Slayton had 96 targets as recently as 2020. So to get someone who I think they're all darts down here, but I like Slayton in the 21st round. I'm excited for his
He's
outlook.
going into his walk year, and I think he's got a real chance to go elsewhere. And I made a point of throwing a dart at Juwan Jennings because I am particularly down on Debo Samuel's relationship with the club. You know, I just think there's still a nice 15% chance that that goes completely sideways and he's either holding out or traded suddenly 2 weeks before the season.
Yeah, certainly. And then there's also you could probably bake into that another 5 or so% that Debo misses good time with injury, something that has happened to him in the
Absolutely.
past. So all that upside's baked into Juwan Jennings.
And
Um,
of course, he's also right behind Ayuk. Ayuk could get hurt. So Ayuk could find himself in the doghouse again, as he did, last year. I think that's a guy in a situation I particularly liked. So we took some shots, uh, and I think we bolstered our roster at the back end. Any last words on the end of the veteran draft?
No, that was it. Stay tuned, guys. There'll be a link in the description below for the rookie portion of the draft. Just a little quick hitter to show you guys how this finished up, and I'm gonna put how the team landed on the screen. If you're just listening, you're not looking. We are carrying what is it, 5? We have 2023 first round picks we're carrying with this team. So this is a productive struggle through and through. But all right, have a wonderful night, guys. Hit the sub button, leave me a comment, and check out the next video on the rookie portion.